Welcome back to another video. I know it is Tuesday night. I am running very behind on videos. For those who caught my short yesterday that I did on both my channels. Yesterday was a very, I was an emotional teabag yesterday, if that's I don't know how else to put it. We went and toured some colleges for my kids. My son's a senior, will be graduating in about 6 months. My daughter will be graduating in, I guess, 18 months. And I'm not handling it well. I can tell you, if anybody knows me, I am very tight with my kids, both of them. My son, I call him my best friend. We do everything together. And if y'all have seen any of my other videos, and I'm not handling it well. I'm not going to try to act tough with y'all. For those of y'all who have kids, I know some of y'all have commented, y'all had kids that are also going to college or something. I know some of y'all are younger, but I'm not coping well with this. And they have chosen to go to colleges in North Louisiana just to kind of get away from everything and the drama around here. I don't blame them. You know, I talk about South Louisiana, how proud I am to be from South Louisiana. It's a different culture down here. Going just to North Louisiana is like a whole different state. It's completely different. It's nice. You know, a lot of trees, a lot of areas to fish. You can probably go hunting right outside the college campus and stuff. And it's 4 hours away, and I'm not handling it well. And I'm gonna tell you, last night we were driving home, and when it was dark and everybody started to doze off, and well, not me, I was driving, and just the thought of them being little kids, and then to where we at now, somebody was cutting onions in the truck. That's all I can tell you. So yesterday when I got home, by the time I got home last night, about 8:30, 9 o'clock from that, I was not in any kind of state to do any videos, and just talking about it now, I'm about to quit now. But, you know, we got other things going on. So we got crypto projects with news, some projects with no news, and it's crazy. So we're going to go ahead and try to get this covered. So yeah, with that going on, first of all, if y'all can, just hit the like button for me. That does so much for this channel, and it does so much for the videos that we talk about that I tag in the description. I know I say kind of the same thing, and other videos say the same thing, but it's true. YouTube pushes this stuff when y'all hit that like button. And even for the DeFi people out there, when y'all hit the thumbs down button, it's funny how since I've been saying that, and I know people say I need to quit harping on them, but it's just true. Since I've been telling people that, because it is true, I'm not making that up. When you hit thumbs down, it still gets pushed because YouTube sees engagement. So y'all not hurting me. It is what it is. I tell the truth. And anything I've ever said on here and people get their feelings hurt, I can back up whenever somebody's ready. That's what it is to it. So, you know, we got this dip going on right now. We're going to talk about that. I see people panicking. I hear people panicking. We're at $92,000. 92. We had 93 for most of the day. We dipped down to 90. We hit 90,500, and people are just panicking. You know, this is the 1 hour chart. You know, we were up to this 98,000, and I told everybody that I thought we were going to hit about 100,000 and come down. A lot of sells coming in. I thought it'd be closer to 99,900, but it also matters what chart. This is the Bitstamp chart. You know, depending on which chart you look at, it is a tad bit different. Coinbase had this at 99,800. Of course, you go to Binance, and Binance, I don't know what they're on, but they had it getting up to 99.3. But either way, you know, maybe people had sales, you know, somewhere, open market. I don't know where it was, but it seems that when it hit very close to 100,000, the sales came in. We had some sales come down, but you know what? We know this is going back up. Let's just face this as it is. And we know that I was watching George earlier, Tyler, y'all know it's my two biggest YouTube people I watch. And they said the same thing. At this point in time with this bull market starting, you know it's going back up. When you have these kind of dips like this, it's buying opportunities. It's time to DCA into it. You got $100 worth of crypto you want to buy, and so you put 25 or 50 in it right now. If it goes down some more, then you buy a little bit. You buy a little bit more when it goes down. Hey, if it goes back up, you still put your money in, and you still bought at that lower point. You You know, you don't have to put all $100 in right now. If you think it's going back up, you put the $100 in. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is just us chit-chatting about how crazy the crypto world is. You know, I did some DCAing last Friday as usual. And I actually bought Bitcoin. I don't know if I said that in one of my other videos or not. And I rarely ever buy Bitcoin. But the FOMO got to me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You're hearing some stupid numbers. And you keep hearing about these exchanges starting to get low on Bitcoin. And I'm starting to wonder, and I agree with George, I agree with Tyler, when they say, what you're going to start getting is you're going to start getting this positive price action in Bitcoin because of the scarcity of Bitcoin. Not because of the buying action, but the scarcity when certain exchanges can't get Bitcoin. Only so much Bitcoin can be made and circulated. And I think that's going to have a positive. Now, listen, you're not going to hear me start talking about these, 20 million, 40 million, 100 million price action that some people are talking about. That's just plain foolishness. I'm not going to say it ain't going to go there in 20, 30 years from now, but I just can't see that anytime soon. But there are people talking about that craziness. But because of that, I'm like, all I have is a couple of $100 worth of Bitcoin. I always looked at it as is to be a money maker. Bitcoin ain't it. That's the gold. But you know what? I wanted to have a little more skin in the game. So I DCA my money. My normal $100 I buy with DCA. I just put it all in Bitcoin on Friday. Then I moved a little bit of some little junk chain stuff I had around, and I bought more VET, more AVAX, more Cardano, more Solana, like I've been doing. And that is what it is. But, you look at these charts and you have Bitcoin down this 92. I think it's going to eventually go down. Now, you had some people who thought right here is going to be your next, resistance line or whatever, or support line right here. And that's where it bounced off of. So you can't, sometimes, even though I don't agree with the charts, I'm not a big TA guy, this was that support, and it found support right here. And they were worried about if it didn't find support here, somewhere in this section, your next support was going to be down to 76 right here, or down here to 68. I didn't believe that. Sometimes the charts really want to show you, you looking at the charts a little too much. That's what I feel. Ethereum's up, it's at 33,600. Compared to when we were buying it down here, August, September, October, yes, it's up. Do I think this is the start, despite what some people want to say? Do I think this is the start of a alt run? I just don't see it. I don't think this. Now alts are going up. I'm not stupid, but I don't see it going up like this. But you had you had Solana hit this 263 mark right here, and it hit some hard rejections. That's a new all-time high, and it hit this same thing. This was that support level. It hit that support, came back up. What's going to happen to it from here? I don't know. This is the 4-hour chart. It hit that support right there. It blew through that one. It hit this one. This is all due to me. Yeah, it came down. Don't get me wrong, but this is all price discovery at this point. This is healthy. Nothing is going straight up. This is back at Bitcoin. Nothing is going straight up even in a hard bull run. You're still going to have this accumulate, price, whatever you want to call it. I just think this is accumulation time. VET, I've been telling you all to buy VET. Again, not financial advice, of course. It's just me talking to myself when I say buy VET. But, back in March when Bitcoin was going up, it was at 5 cents. I was telling y'all, accumulate. When it was in this 2 cent range, you have to accumulate. You have to accumulate. And you would have doubled by now. Doubled. And you got to remember, VET was, I did a long video a while back on this, on last week, I think it was, on all this. But, you look at where VET was in the last bull run, 27 cents. 27 cents. So what is that? A 6-7x right now? If it goes back to all-time high, just to all-time high, people sleeping on VET. Another one that people are going to knock and dog all they want, but it's Cardano. Look at this. Cardano was up to $1.15 at one point. It's back to its discovery. It come down, found its support, same support right here. And, you know, I don't want to waste that much time going over this, but you still have time. This is your time to reaccumulate. You know, I talked about the bear market almost like going back with you know, Back to the Future, when Biff goes back in the past and gives them the almanac that says this is what everything's going to do and bet on all this stuff. To me, the bear market, same thing. Your OG coins, which I call your OG coins, you can call them big caps, you can call them whatever you want. Call them boomer coins, like Alex did the other day. I talked about it in my video. You know what these were going back to do. You know, another one is Crow. You know, Crow at one time was $1. I've been accumulating, using my debit card as much as I can. And when you were down here, you were accumulating all this stuff, and you're getting all kinds of tokens and stuff at 7 cents. And it was up to 23 cents at one point. But even right now, going back to all-time highs, you know, you're looking at a 5 to 6x right now. This is just playing with tokens. We're not even talking about projects yet. We're talking about just taking some little bit of money and, you know, skipping Starbucks for a day. I watched a lot of videos during the last bull run, and people talked about that, is making the sacrifices if you want to be financially, you know, ready, financially stable after the next bull run, and skipping some of these pleasures and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. You have a wife and she wants Starbucks, you're not convincing her to do otherwise. Trust me, I've tried. But like me, I might bring my lunch to work sometimes instead of eating $10 lunches every day. I don't get the crazy coffees in the morning. I make it in a Keurig at the office and that kind of stuff like that. And when I can skimp and save that kind of money a little bit, you know, you have a little bit of money to put into the markets or even buy projects and stuff like that. So we're going to start talking about our projects a little bit, see what's going on. Look, I'm going to do this a little bit different. I know y'all don't want to watch hour-and-a-half long videos. I have to do something to try to start cutting this down a little bit. So I might not go into deep details about all these projects on Mondays, which is technically Tuesday right now. I know I'm already doing a bad habit of that because I'm 20 minutes into this and haven't started talking about projects yet. But instead of going through each one of these projects, what I might do is just kind of skim over them, say a little bit about each one. And if there's some good notes or there's some good updates coming out, just doing a specific video on it so y'all can watch that video. So I say I'm gonna do that, and let's see how far we can get without me going on a 20-minute rant and making this video an hour and a half. So let's see how we go. So I ain't gonna worry about even covering them up. We're just gonna go through them. Is another thing I was also told by more than one person is at some point, I'm gonna have to 86 this part. Listen, I love all y'all to death. I appreciate the support that y'all have given this channel. I am at 25,000. I got Grumpy Dad t-shirts. I got Grumpy Dad hats. I got a new hat I'm unveiling probably tomorrow or Thursday, for hunting and stuff like that. I've had people inquire about how to buy hats, and you know, we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. I appreciate the support, but I'll be the first one to tell you, I was always told these horror stories about some crazy people in crypto, and you're starting to see and hear stories about them. I've always said South Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, we love our guns. I feel sorry for somebody who tries to come to my house. It ain't gonna be good. I'm not trying to threaten nobody. I gotta say that just so I can say I'm covered. At some point, for my family's safety, not that I think I'm gonna be some big whale. Right now, I don't have anything. All my money, and I try to tell this people like, oh, I heard crypto's going up, man. You must be doing good. You ready to retire? No, I don't have stuff, nothing. Trust me, my excess wallet is still 70% lower than what it was. At one time, it dropped 90% in the bear market. It's only down 70%. I don't have nothing. I couldn't even pay off a car with my crypto. Nothing like that. I have a lot of stuff tied into my projects. What I'm starting to be concerned with, and what somebody who's a good friend of mine who follows my channel and other people who follow my channel have told me in private messages, at some point, I'm going to have to get rid of this column. I have full faith geodnet's going to be very well to us. Entropy's going to be very well to us. Grass, I've already claimed that I picked wrong on grass. As of right now, grass looks like it's going to be pretty good. Demo, we can throw that out in the gutter. But WINGBITS, and Chirp, I think I'm going to be very, very good. And I can't show people what I'm making because they will put two and two together. And for the safety of my people, I just can't. And look, I hate to say it because I'd like to be able to be proud of, hey, I've been with WINGBITS since not day one, maybe day 3 or day 4. And this is how good they were to me. This is how good of a project it is. So I can tell people this is how good this project is. Same thing with Chirp, same thing with GeoNet, same thing with Entropy. Irwin, even, when you pick a box, I made $85 on Irwin in one day because I was one of the ones that opened the box up. Grass, depending on how that pays out. Silencio, we don't know what that's going to do yet. That should be a great airdrop. Soarchain should be a great airdrop for me. I don't want people putting two and two together because there are some crazy, crazy, crazy people in this world. I love all y'all to death. Again, I thank y'all for all the support, but I have to put my family first, especially with my family going off to college, and they don't know what college they're going to go to yet. We toured 2 more. We toured 2 on Monday. We're going to LSU the next couple of weeks. We got one south of us. We got one that's far west Louisiana. And there's a part of me that I can't be proud and show off where my kids are enrolled for college or get chosen and picked because I put them in a predicament that we don't know what could pay. They are crazy people. We've heard crazy stories. Again, maybe I watched too many movies. Maybe my 28 years in law enforcement, I've seen and heard some crazy, stupid stuff. But it's just, at some point, I know I'm ranting too much, but at some point I might have to kind of start cutting this down a little bit. But until then, let's keep talking. Entropy, the price action. We had that price action going down a little bit. We didn't know if that's going to be, it's mining meme coins. I understand it is not as easy to get into as it used to be. People are digging holes and still not getting in. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I think they are going kind of the same route as the newest ESP 20 whatever it is device ESP project that's going on. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit towards the end, where they're only letting people come in increments. Listen, I have nothing to do with that. I think it's going to change the game because you're mining a depend meme coin, and it was the first, and it's getting traction on Twitter. You got more and more Twitter, bigger people in Twitter talking about it. And we're still making between $25, $30 a day mining this token. Now, you're right. There are some hiccups when you try to sell it. There's second laws and all this stuff like that. And I'm not selling anything right now because they have bigger plans, bigger things going on. And I'll look at selling that sometime in the future. As of right now, I'm not going to even tell you what I've made so far in it because of everything I just talked about. I do have a second cred, so I have a second ESP32 device that is mining, and I have not touched it. It's been mining for well over a month now, and it's burned millions of coins. So it's burning, 125,000 tokens a day. I have never touched it for over a month, and it's just burning tokens. There's a lot of token burns going on in this. Now, y'all know I'm straight and I'm straightforward with y'all. I've been proud of the fact that I got a second cred and I've been burning it. But what I'm told is I'm not helping the project at this point because of the amount that's been burned, that it looks better for the project and for the future of the project and for the outside people into the projects. It looks better if I hold these tokens. So I don't know how long I'm going to burn for. I'm waiting to hear from the Professor Lambo, who's in charge of this project, and ask him how accurate that is. I want to do what's best for this project. But plain and simple. So next we're going to go on to GeoNet. So as far as price action on GeoNet's price action has been about the same since last week, which is pretty good. Bigger than crypto market did go up. Crypto market has gone down a decent amount. Bitcoin 99,000 to 92,000, and GeoNet's still the same. They're working. I give it to this project. Unless you're living under the brick, you're not. Make sure when you subscribe to my channel, you hit the bell notifications because I discussed this with the pre-sales. And if you want to get a pre-sale on a GeoPulse, again, right? One of these directions. Go to hivefix.ai and use GrumpyDev56 and you will get 10% off your order of a GeoPulse. Now, I did a full video on GeoPulse. If I can remember to link it up here, one day I'll figure out how I can do that in YouTube and link it. If not, it'll be linked at the end of this video in the description. Check that out because there are some misunderstandings about this project, about the GeoPulse. Now, again, I'm full on board with GeoNet. I think GeoBets can be great. They got paying customers. I'm all on board with GeoNet. They have the collaboration with WINGBITS and those devices. Again, shameless plug, using that code. I'm still selling those devices almost every day. Every 2 or 3 times a day, somebody's using my code, whether it's for GeoPulse, a regular GeoNet device, WINGBITS GeoNet device. I thank y'all very much. It helps out so much because it helps out where I can buy stuff for this channel, or I can continue finishing this computer build because it's not quite finished. I need some little bit better lighting to put on this side to get rid of this ghost behind me and some other lighting. And there's a bunch of stuff I need to get done, and it helps out. You know, so I appreciate it. But one thing I want to make sure, if you check out my video, but the GeoPulse does not pay out Geo tokens regularly. What I'm saying is they have people out there who think by hooking this device up, kind of like what the rover is, where I just drive around and make rover tokens or whatever. GeoPulse is not like that. I'm going to say 99%, 90% of the time when you're driving around, you're not making a dime. You're not making a geode. You're not making anything. There will be different challenges that come up at certain points where you can earn up to, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but you can earn up to so much geode tokens. And then that's it until another challenge or something comes out. They don't know how many challenges it's going to be. Now, also IOTX, which is kind of old tokens. Me, I'm straight with y'all. I'm not super duper overly excited about it, but it's still a good collaboration. IOTX helps a little bit of more income, but you have this. I plan on at some point getting this GeoPulse device. Again, I'm not expecting to make hardly anything from it, but I support the GeoNet project so much that I just want to be involved in it. It's going to help me do updates, find out things, you know, keep my attention on it, and then I can bring that to y'all. So, but just make sure, go check my video out. So y'all, I don't want to get too into the weeds with this, but make sure you check this out because there are people out there who think driving around, they're going to be making geo tokens like hivemapper honey. It don't work like that. 99% of the time when you're riding around, you will not be making a dime off of this GeoNet device. All right, next, WeatherXM. WeatherXM price also is holding steady. It's been 60 cents since last video that we did. Still holding that. Y'all know that this has been a thorn in my side as far as how wonky this device is. Since hurricane that came through, was it Francine or whatever, that came through Louisiana back in August, my station measured 0 rain, and then I was getting docked rewards because of bad sensors. I have not touched it. The only thing I did was I went up there about a month ago. I told y'all, checked all the little sensors on it. Nothing was clogged. Checked the little disc where the rain goes into. Nothing changed. It started measuring rain again the last day or two. All of a sudden, just started measuring rain again. I'm now getting full rewards again. This thing is wonky. I know they got people out there talking about buying more devices. Hey, I'm making $1.80 today, 80 a day. I guess when you look at the scheme of things with a lot of these projects, $1.80 is pretty good compared to what some of these other ones are doing. You know, compared to what HELIUM's doing. Definitely better than dimo and stuff like that. I know some of the new devices are supposed to be a little different, not built like the plastic ones like I got. But I know they got people out there talking about buying more and more and more WeatherXM devices. I'm not that excited over it. But hey, I got, you know, price of 60 cents a token, $1.08. I'm getting 2.34 bonus or 0.434 bonus from being part of beta when it was still in beta. I'm getting 2.3 a day. Hey, it is what it is. So, you know, but you look at, I made $13 last week. By the time you divide it by 7 days, it ends up being about $1.80 a day. You know, it could be way worse. How about that? You know, I'll try to spin a little bit positive. Irwin token. Irwin's another one of the ESP32 devices. You know, I got 5 devices right now hooked up in my home network. I'm just letting them run. Irwin, you have to go every day or every 3 days and recharge it. There's talks about changing it to some type of NFT platform or something like that, where you know, because they kind of agree. I've always said this is go on every 3 days into the Discord. Remember to go into the Discord and recharging your miner, because if you go 2 days or 2.5 days, it won't let you recharge it. It says it's too soon. So I'm always going a day or so without charging it. So whatever my tokens are, that's not even accurate. But again, if you're lucky enough, there's no skill to it. Your device handles everything. But if you happen to be the one that opens up the box, then you get like $80 worth of Irwin. Maybe it might be a little bit less because the token's worth a little bit less than it was. It was like 60 something cents when I opened the box. It made 80. Now it's 56. They did change the tokenomics a little bit, where the box opener got 20% and the rest went to all the different miners. We all voted to drop that to 10%. So it's still a pretty good bonus, but everybody else is supposed to get more rewards. I don't know when that takes effect. I don't know when that is supposed to start or what the rewards are going to be. I'm going to have to say, you know, figure that out. Maybe do a video on it. Who knows? All right, let's move on to Grass. Grass had some great price action. Grass is up 33% in 7 days. Now listen, I know some of y'all are going to say I'm just scarred from Grass. I still have a lot of questions about it. I have a lot of questions on a project that only had one airdrop, has not proven anything yet. How does it still have this positive price action? It's a lot of speculation. Hey, I'm happy for it. Call it greedy, call it whatever you want. I have all my Grass tokens, several hundred of them, that are all staked in BitHarveststudio. You can stake them through the Grass Foundation website. And whenever the next airdrop is going to be of Grass, I'm going to stake them then too, because I'm not ready to sell all this. I don't need it. So I'm just going to continue staking. Last I checked, there was some 50% staking rates right now. You can't beat that. There's no other project I know of, legitimate project, that has staking anywhere close to that. Adam was giving me 21% at one time. It's down to like 14 or 15% through Exodus. But Grass, oh, you keep this price action, go back up to $4. Oh man, it's gonna hurt to hold on to it. I ain't gonna lie, but that's why I like staking, because when times got a little bit tough and I wish I would have had some extra spending money or something, when I go look at all my Solana that I bought at like $8, $10, $12, it's all staked through Exodus. There's a 21 or 5 day, or some of them 5 days, some of them 21 days. I know Luna Classic is 21 days, but some of these have a 5 day, 7 day, 21 day cooling period. And that's what prevents me from dumping some of these coins. And I'm glad I do. So Grass, on this aspect, I'm happy about. The one thing I noticed has been asked a lot is there are some people who didn't see my videos. I tried helping y'all out about Grass. Grass, y'all missed the first big airdrop and stuff because y'all didn't link y'all's Phantom wallets. Hopefully by now y'all did. Even if you missed out on your first one, make sure you have a Phantom wallet. Phantom has been the easiest. If you want to try the Solana wallets, you can. I'm not telling you you can't. Don't argue with me. I'm just telling you Phantom's been the easiest, and I know it works. There are some people who have also cried and got upset over the fact that if you don't live, or depending on what country you live in, you can't claim your airdrop. This channel is not going to tell you how to get around that. There are plenty of channels, plenty of Reddits, plenty of forums that can tell you how to do that. Y'all not going to get me in trouble because I have too many enemies, like I talked about earlier in this, that even though they just did a announcement telling people how to get around it for their project, fake or not, I'm not telling you how to do it. But either way, make sure you have a wallet. There is another airdrop coming for stage 2 rewards. And it says right here, stage 2 rewards are now occurring and will be distributed later. If you qualify for stage 1 rewards but haven't linked your wallet in the Grass board, do so to claim them when available. So get your wallet attached. But still, they don't talk about anything about when that's going to be. This is a project that you get bonuses for people using your referral. So I'm asking you, begging you, and pleading you, if you're not in grass and want to get involved in it, please use my referral. That's going to be in the description below. It gives you a bonus to start out with, and it helps me and the channel out. I appreciate it. And then you can do the same thing as refer it to your friends or anything like that. I'm going to tell you this disclaimer again, because I'm just too wary about it. I am not running grass on any of my personal computers, which basically I got a laptop and now this new super grumpy mainframe that I built. And it's not, grass is not touching this thing. I'm telling you right now. BITHARVEST, I'll keep pumping them up, but there's also Crank that's out there, to be fair. So y'all use Crank. I'm not familiar with them. I know a little bit about the people involved in it, but not negative to say or anything like that, to be fair. But I know the BITHARVEST people, so I discussed them. I'm currently working on a video where I am adding a new device to their fleet. Their new fleet feature that they have. So look for a video on that soon. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the fleet section below. But I run grass on BITHARVEST. I run it on an old laptop I also have that's on a separate network here and on the separate network somewhere else. I don't trust it 100% until I know for a fact that there's enough people who are running it when it goes full time and they can tell me it's safe. Then we'll cross that bridge then. But either way, you can only run it on one, maybe two devices on a network because it maxes out rewards per external IP. So there's no reason to try to go run it on 3 or 4 devices on your network. But until then, right now, grass seems like it's going to be paying or rewarding pretty well. But again, I've always said the biggest question is going to be is when this does start paying out these epochs regularly, what are you going to get paid? What are you going to get paid if you don't have a bunch of referrals and stuff? Because if it's only going to pay you 75 cents a month, which I have no idea, I'm just saying, people keep saying how great grass is going to be. I'm like, y'all don't even know what it's paying yet. Again, this might be me being negative, but it's just me also, again, preparing you. Because I don't want nobody to say that, oh, Grumpy admitted he was wrong and it's a great project. No, I was wrong about the airdrop. People made some really good money, but really good rewards. But we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring with this project until it goes mainnet and we can start seeing that stuff regularly. Might be great. Might be great. We'll see. All right, moving on. I know it's been a long time. I've tried to clean up, as this channel's got more professional a little bit, if you call it that. Don't laugh at me too hard. But, it does look a little better than what we did in the past. I've tried to make this channel a little more professional, and I've kept my rants to a minimum. But if I see another video telling me how I'm going to get rich off of demo, I'm going to lose my stuff. I'm going to lose it. And this is to my fellow friends who I consider friends because they've helped me out a lot, who have fellow YouTube channels. Quit telling them I'm going to get rich from demo. Quit telling people they're going to get rich from demo. This is, I even made a comment on somebody's YouTube video earlier. It was Osvaldo. Hey, he has some professional, very good professional videos. I'll give him that. But even I said, he's talking about all these demo rewards and stuff. And I'm like, you're talking about ROI in 300 days. 300 days. And he's not the one, I'll say this, he's not the one I'm talking about that said about you getting rich. But you have one person who said you'll be a millionaire running demo. And I'm like, when you're 300 years old? Like, you have to hope demo goes back to this 57 cent price level to make this very exciting. Now, can it do that in the bull cycle? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've always said, even the crap coins go up in a bull cycle. So if the crap coins that nobody's behind it, there's no project that exists anymore, can mysteriously go up, projects with legitimate projects behind it, tokens with legitimate projects behind it can definitely go up. We'll see. I will say this again. I'll say this over and over. Demo is one of the easiest projects You can, when it works right, you put it in the vehicle and you drive. And I have it again. I tell you every time, in my wife's vehicle, my son's vehicle, they drive around. My helium devices around here, pick it up, and it works also as a good tracker, even though I have Life 360 on my kids. Still, this is a backup. I can see what they're doing. Now, my issue with demo today is for some reason, it took me till today. Over a week ago, they had an update for the demo app. If you haven't did that, make sure you get that done. Mine would not link up with my MetaMask until I reset my phone and my MetaMask wallet. I had to do a hard reset on my iPhone for it to finally connect. I lost my streak on one of my vehicles, and I'm arguing with him right now. It never became unplugged. It never became unplugged. I have been arguing with him since last week on Discord and an email that I'm having problems with this app. My pickup truck is saying it has not been connected in 17 years. 17 years, that's what it says. I have the email that they kept saying, wait for the update, wait for the update, wait for the update. Something happened to it, and now I lost my streak, and it's at 0 weeks, and I about lost it. They got to do better. So I'm not 100% happy with this project right now, and, we'll see what happens with them. I can tell you this, you won't see Grumpy buying any more demo. They're pushing these LTEs hard, and I hate to accuse my fellow YouTubers of doing it only for the reward or because look, it's hard for me to say that when I have this right here, but I'm also behind. I'm not just pushing this because, hey, y'all making me some very good rewards on the side when y'all use this code, because I am behind WINGBITS, geodnet, and geopulse. I'm using that. I own these tokens. I have a little disclaimer that goes above here that says I own these tokens, whatever like that. But I'm behind these projects, believe in these projects, and think you're going to make some pretty decent rewards in them. I'm not just shilling stuff so that you can use my code. And I'm kind of concerned that that's what's happening with this, is because why would you push an LTE device that only gives you cellular for a year? So after a year, you got to start paying for it, the cellular connection, and you have no idea what the reward's going to be. Helium IoT, I'm going to tell you all, I did a huge video on this. Please, if you don't check out anything else off this video, please go check out that video. I took my time with that video. That video took some time. I found some outrageous, pretty good car wrecks and some funny video skirts. So I did a full video, if y'all want to catch it, going over great detail on what the vote was. Basically, the vote was that all IoT devices, like I got 17 of them, would start getting paid out HNT again. Okay, I was all for it. I didn't get a chance to vote because I don't have anything staked. Same thing with mobile. Mobile would have all their devices start outputting HNT. That vote passed. But there was also 2 other sub votes. One was IoT would quit getting paid out and would not be would be backed with helium or something like that, and then be transferred or something. I don't know. Well, you would no longer be getting IoT. Mobile had the same thing, but then a whale at the very last minute, who now says he misunderstood the vote, but probably one of the biggest whales at mobile that have mobile tokens, voted to not get rid of the mobile tokens coming out of being rewarded out of devices, which also meant that Helium would no longer back mobile. So they had this set up to where if you had mobile, they had this swap that would be set up where the price would stay stable the entire time for you to be able to trade your mobile for HNT. Well, now because the whale voted against that, there's nothing propping up mobile. Mobile's basically now a meme token to a point. Now, of course, you got all these people now who want to do another hip to re-vote the mobile side of that, because now they're realizing, and the whale, who must have more money than he knows what to do with, apparently his mobile are going to be worth nothing because they're all staked. And he can't, by the time he would get rid of them, unstake them and get rid of them, there's no helium anymore to prop up the price of that mobile like it's been in the past. It's very confusing, very clustered. Go check out the video and you can check it out. Hey, There's another HIP 137 talking about getting rid of or locking down all and every helium device in China. From what I'm told, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every day of IoT going to China devices, which are immediately sold and cashed out. And they know that they're gaming. I question, if you know they're gaming, then why just not put them on the ban list? I don't know why they won't, but hey, if they do something. What I'm told though basically is if this goes through, which it's supposed to go through, if this goes through, that should really elevate the IoT devices in rewards, because now China's not getting this huge, it was a huge percentage. I don't know exact numbers. Check out my video. I talked about it. So we're going to talk about Nadix next. I have nothing to really say about Nadix. I will tell you that I have been driving a lot this month, and I knew I was going to drive. I know I told you on the last month, I was so pissed off with this project that I have not really been using it that much. But for this month, I knew I had a bunch of trips to take. Drove 8 hours one way, 8 hours back, all through Missouri hunting and stuff. 4-hour trip to these colleges, 4-hour trips back. Thursday, 2-3 hour trips hunting again, coming back. I have a lot of driving I'm doing, a lot of driving. I'm still only ranked like 300 something. My question is how much driving are these people doing the 1 through 300? But either way, I normally rank 600 at the end of a month. I will rank somewhere around 300 at the end of this month. And I want to see my rewards are. I can tell you right now, if I get $25, $26 a month rewards again, or more bonus points in the store, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. And I probably will never talk about Nadix again, because that's horse stuff. There is horse stuff that you're going to try to pay people 86 cents a day. Because I keep saying over and over, all this is benefiting are your ride share drivers. And this right here is going to prove it. What I'm going to do right now is going to prove that all this does is benefit ride. And if you're not a ride share driver, you just need to quit this project. It's not worth it. But I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt before I say that. Because when I find this out December 1st or December 2nd, or I might give it a day or two, because I know the rewards for referrals and stuff come a little bit later. I'll give them maybe that, but I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be an old-fashioned grumpy video. So we'll see what happens with Nadix. WINGBITS. WINGBITS is selling. The devices are continuously selling. I think it's a great sign. It shows you that there's a lot of people involved in it. And if y'all have to be on my Twitter, if y'all are not on my Twitter, I am very, very, very active right now on Twitter. And any kind of alpha, any kind of updates about any of these projects, I'm pushing them out immediately, because I know it takes me to get home now to do videos. And sometimes some of this stuff is very important that y'all know this now. I am trying to do as much as I can on Twitter to get that word out to y'all. But when WINGBITS is sending stuff out, but I put a post on Twitter that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to realize they're idiots for doubting this project. People who think that, oh, there's already FlightAware in these free apps. There's no reason for WINGBITS. Y'all are morons. I've told some of y'all are morons, because businesses, paying customers, are paying those apps for that data. They're not getting it free. So WINGBITS just has to be competitive with them to sell off that's why y'all are so small-minded sometimes, like y'all know it. And we'll see who's right and wrong at the end. I will tell y'all, some of y'all said it, I don't want to say you live or die, but it's the bane of my existence, whatever word you want to use. But while hosts are benefiting me, they're paying my royal you know what. Because the host, yes, they're doing you a favor. Yes, they're a friend. Yes, you're splitting rewards with them, or whatever percentage, 30%, 40%, whatever, 50%. Whatever you decide that you're going to split with them, they're still not as eager as you to get the damn thing online. My device up here in Idaho is finally back online. It has been offline for over a month. Luckily, I still made the percentage to get my GeoSigner device on. They finally, I had to end up sending them. So it probably wasn't offline for a month. Had to be less than that. But either way, I had them sending them a whole nother Lipitate. I don't know what happened to it. Plugging it in, it was on Wi-Fi. Plugging it into network, changing the power supply out. None of that worked. I had to send them a whole new Lipitate. But hey, it's back online, of course, because I've talked about it. Again, I know I'm paranoid and I wear aluminum foil hats, but there are more devices that are online in this area, because before I was getting first place all over the place. The antenna never moved. The antenna's on top of their barn. So all they did was change the thing out. But I was getting way better rewards than this. And of course, now there's more people. I took one of my poorer stations, probably one of the poorest stations I had down here, and I moved them, went up to Missouri. I worked this out with this guy in beginning of November, if y'all remember that. He's had it in his hand for 10 days now, and you can see he still has not got around to it. He's going to get to it. I installed the antenna. I installed the feed line. I installed the post that it's all on, grounded it. I installed the outdoor box. I brought all that with me. The only thing is I forgot a freaking keyboard to program the device with. And when you do a new device, SSH is shut down, so you can't get into it to set up the first time. So anyway, I had to come home, program a device up, and ship it to him. That was the first week of November. And it's still sitting right here. And I'm like, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me. Luckily, this came from around my house, and it was online this entire time. So I'm still in the 70% or 75% keep on phase or whatever like that. So, you know, my Texas one is getting slowly worse. You know, people are just piling in stations, and sooner or later I'm gonna do a video that's gonna hurt some people's feelings. That I understand you want to get in WINGBITS, but this is not HELIUM doing point to point. We're doing these bigger hexes. If you come around here and you see in these stations, there's no reason to keep adding stations right here, dude. There's just no reason for it. I mean, look, I am happy that WINGBITS is getting this kind of following. But you can't live within all these dots and really think that you adding another station right here is going to make that kind of difference. You can't. You know, these people are already splitting, 4 wings a day is what this will be the same person that comes on Twitter and comes on Discord complaining that they ain't getting rewards. This project ain't worth nothing. There's no reason. There's no reason to come in here and add a station. You live around here, you live around here, you live around here, you live around here, you live around here. Go ahead. But just be smart about it also. And look, and that shows you the kind of person I am. Because they could be using this code to put in the middle of them people. And I'm still telling you, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be satisfied. You're going to be upset that you're only getting 4 wings a day, 3 wings. I have people PM me. Man, this project's never going to make it. It's paying me 3 wings a day. You got the antenna in your house, in your basement, in your attic, with 17 stations around you. The best you can do is at least give yourself a chance by putting up the antenna above your roof line. Make sure it's higher than your neighbor's roof line, because you need line of sight up in the air. This isn't HELIUM going point to point. And set yourself up for the best. I know I spent a little more time on that. I knew I couldn't get by these projects without but it's something now I'm constantly getting pinged about in PMs, and I see people making these asinine comments. I hate to use that word, but I don't know what else word to use, on Twitter and on Facebook and on Discord, making those kind of comments because you didn't do the homework first. And I'm sorry that hurt your feelings, but sometimes we have to have big boy chats up in here. Big girl chats. Put your big girl drawers on. And moving on, I'm extremely upset with myself for missing this one. Y'all know I am big on chirp. I keep going. I can't even rank them 1 and 2. 1A, 1B, and I couldn't even tell you which one's A or B. WINGBITS, probably, I've just been in there longer, and I know those guys personally, so I'd say it's probably my 1. And my 1 3/4 is chirp. And the fact that I missed this announcement yesterday, look, I was the emotional bowl of mess yesterday. I kept telling y'all that. So I was not looking at the discords and stuff. It was bad for me. I ain't gonna sit and try to act tough. I'm telling y'all, it was bad for me. You know, I gotta get my testosterone and estrogen checked or something. I don't know. But we kept hearing about this game coming out with Chirp called, and this is it called Cage. It's also part of indoor navigation, real world utility, and I'm letting y'all know right now. As soon as we done with this video, I'm gonna mess with this because I'm not into Chirp. Kept hearing about this game, and we'll we see that they're talking about in the first 24 hours they got all these Wi-Fi things scanned and stuff like that. Look, telling y'all, I just have this feeling Chirp is just gonna. And I misspoke the other day in my live. I misspoke. I have to do apology to WINGBITS, but in the live I talked about Chirp and said they're gonna do everything. Basically, they're gonna fix. I don't want to say fixed, but they're gonna do it the right way compared to what I said. What WINGBITS did wrong, but really I meant HELIUM. It was a long day, you know. Lives kind of. I'm not good thinking on my feet like that, and I apologize to WINGBITS people. WINGBITS ain't even live yet, so they can't fix something that's not live yet. I meant HELIUM. Chirp is going to do right what HELIUM did wrong. I said it right that time. And they're going to be open to way more IoT devices, way more networking, and we'll see. When you're charging $800 something for a device, I hope you do get it right. But they seem to be a lot more active, and all they can do is hope for the best. But I am going to check this project out, this game out. We'll do a video on it. I don't know how my video is going to be the rest of the week. I plan on trying to do a live tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Which by the time I do this finish editing this video, it's probably going to be Wednesday at midnight. But I have plans already, and Thursday's Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll do a short video live from the hunting camp because we go hunting on Thursday evening and come back Sunday. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can tell you every year I go hunting that same, me and my son. And again, it's going to be an emotional wreck for me because my son's been going hunting with me since he was probably about 5 or 6 years old. Every Thanksgiving weekend. It's a tradition my family has always had. And me and my dad went together, my uncles and my son. And with him going off to college next year, I am going to be an emotional wreck. I know I keep telling y'all that, but y'all have no idea. I can't tell y'all what this weekend's going to bring. I'm going to try to do some shorts, at least to keep the algorithm going. If there's some big news, I'll try to do a video or something. We'll see how it goes. But I am going to play with this game. And if you're into the Chirp thing, I would suggest everybody do it. We'll see. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of airdrop, some kind of reward, something that's going to come out of this. Because, you know, Chirp's all about that. So we'll see. As far as soarchain goes, they did on the 22nd, they gave another update as far as what's going on. They kept saying they're right around the corner. And now they're giving a date sometime between November 29th and the 20th of December. That's that's not even a window. That's like driving through the side of a stadium. I don't know how else to put it. I know that's stupid, but you know, they're saying that they're going to know the announced launch day as they approach November 29th, which is in 3 days, 2 days really, by the time this video comes out. But we'll see. I am involved in soarchain. I do have the device on discount. If you want to use my code, there's a code in the description. I've been trying to tell y'all still had time. They kept pushing back the timeline of the airdrops. Look, airdrops is where it's at with these projects. Let's just be honest. Again, we got big boy draws and big girl draws on right now. A lot of these projects, you're making the money off the airdrop and in the beginning, and they tail off. You look at demo, you look at honey gain. I'm sorry, hivemapper honey. I don't know why I keep saying honey gain. Completely different project. But we know HELIUM. Most of these projects pay out a good airdrop, some good rewards in the beginning, depending on which way the price action goes. Hey, this is some great times right now to be releasing TGEs right now. Token generation events. You know, going mainnet. Yeah, the bull market just getting started. Some say we're still not even there yet. You know, I'm positive with this project. I do question it's just going to be another demo. where, hey, you make your money in the beginning and it throws its tail off. You know, it's not as easy as the connectivity and stuff like that, but I still think that they're gonna fix, kind of like what I say about, kind of like what I said, like with Chirp getting what Helium did wrong. Maybe soarchain does what Demo did wrong. I don't know. Some people argue Demo didn't do no wrong, but yet they're making 3 sticks of bubble gum a day. You're probably not even making that much what bubble gum costs these days. So we'll see. If you want to still get in soarchain, you can. Code in the description below. We'll see what happens. Of course, you know there's gonna be a video announcement when this news is released. So for y'all. Moving on to Silencio. I can tell you one thing I learned with Silencio with the recent update is if you are checking into the same places constantly, your rewards ain't nothing. Which I kind of like that. And I think it's kind of made the playing field a little more fair, because these people who are walking around certain areas that had a bunch of different places to check in at, I find that wasn't really fair for somebody like me who doesn't have as many. But when I was walking around these colleges, nobody has hit Silencio in these colleges. So as you're walking around, if you're checking into a new venue, you're getting 100 and something Silencio every time. Where when I went to another place that somebody's checked into already, you got 10 or 15 or 20 or something like that. While you're walking around, if nobody's hitting those, I love the fact with Silencio now that you can see the hexes on your screen. So if you can see the hex on the screen, you know where to walk. If you're hitting hexes that nobody's hit yet, you're getting stupid rewards. Stupid rewards. And as I'm walking around these colleges, got my phone turned on Silencio in my pocket. I'm paying attention to what is going on. I kind of let my son talk to the advisors and stuff, but I'm still paying attention. But my rewards for Silencio over the weekend, I went up almost 100, over 100 in a ranking, just from the 2 colleges we went to. So just remember that if you're running Silencio, which I also like, because also referrals. I referred somebody else who was asking me about it, referred them. Your airdrop is going to depend on the referral. If you want to get into Silencio, I have my referral below. It gives you bonus to start out with. And then you can go refer somebody too. But they're going to be a very healthy airdrop for Silencio. It shows you on the app what your airdrop should be. You still have time to get started on this, to start hitting these, sound measurements and get people involved in Silencio. No big announcements in Silencio. I know they've been waiting for peak. All full disclosure, I had $20, $30 of some fluff money that I didn't really know what to do with. And I bought some peak at about 25 cents, 24 cents, 26 cents. Just because I missed out on Arrow and some of these other ones on some of these newer chains, like when they came out. And I said, you know what? All the D-pin projects that are talking about going on Peak's got to do something. So far, I picked wrong. But again, y'all know my motto, even crap coins go up in a bull market. So the ones like this with projects should do something. I don't see it staying at 25, 24 cents or whatever it is now. So, here, look at that. I spoke too soon. Maybe I should have checked it before I opened my mouth up. 29 cents. So Grumpy's buying at 25 cents. Had to be here and here. I'm up, baby. I'm up. I'm up 4 cents. Up. I'm not even in the mood to talk about some of these other projects. All right. Real quick, I just want to hit on BitHarvest. Those guys have been continuously updating their stuff. I have a video coming out soon. I had a short come out about BitHarvest is hitting the Big Easy, New Orleans, if y'all not familiar with the Big Easy. I just have to get my fat butt to the Big Easy to install it. I'm trying to get that done tomorrow after work so I can have it up for the holidays. I have a buddy who had before had a HELIUM device that he was hosting for me. We switched that to hate to say it, but D-Fly at one point. Now it's WINGBITS. But now that I can put a BitHarvest device, now I can multi-mine, because it was a very good station in New Orleans around City Park, and it did very well in rewards. So now I'll be able to multi-mine. I can also be able to run grass, if he gets involved in that. But that's my biggest thing, is that to be another station on grass on a separate external IP that I can multi-mine with BitHarvest. So I'll be able to do CureCoin. Still have to do a video on that, CureCoin. Y'all know I'm very big into Parkinson's disease. My family's been hit with that. And actually, I hate to say fun fact, but my daughter, who's looking at doing kinesiology, part of their research they can do in kinesiology, as part of that, when she was talking to the college person in charge of that whole division, was they do a lot of research with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and that kind of hit me also. So, we'll be able to do hivemapper, honey gain, grass, WINGBITS, HELIUM, EWIN if he does that, Pawns app, and there's 5 or 6 different projects with it. But my big thing with that is I'll be doing a video. I don't know if it's for full release yet. I don't want to lie to y'all, but we've been testing out the new fleet setup. So you have a fleet setup of all your BitHarvest devices, and this device will be added to that. And I'm gonna have a video on that also to show you how the whole fleet setup now is with BitHarvest. And you be able to multi-mon and do all that kind of stuff like that, tail scale setup and everything like that. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can get that done tomorrow, and BitHarvest will be in the big easy. So that's it. I know I skimmed through a lot of stuff like that. I'm hoping I have this under an hour. I did ramble on too much, and I don't ramble on to that. Trying to do more videos. Life's just going on right now. Holidays. For those in America, happy Thanksgiving to y'all. I doubt I'll have anything before Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll surprise y'all with a live. If it is, it's going to be on a laptop. It may be in the middle of the woods. I don't know. Somebody one time said that. Where I'm hunting at now, not like, if y'all saw check out my other channel, please, if y'all still watching this by now, Grumpy Dad Outdoors. I actually tried to do a live. I had some people actually do a live with a ham radio setup. I did Saturday, and I don't even have enough subscribers to go live. So I did the live on this one, which then confused people, because they're like, what the hell is ham radio have to do with crypto? Some of it goes hand in hand with WINGBITS and some of the stuff that we've been doing. I kind of explained that a little bit, but if y'all could help me out, I need a couple more subscribers on that channel. But there will be some hunting videos, maybe some live. I don't know. If I can get enough subscribers, maybe a live hunting on that other channel. I've killed some pretty big bucks in Texas. This new lease has some bucks on it, but I'm not killing anything that's smaller than what I have now, because then I got to deal with it. Look, I'm happy going to the woods, especially if I'm in a box blind. It's going to be down to 30 degrees. I'm in South Louisiana. It was 70 degrees today. 30 degrees is going to be a chill for me. But if I'm in a box blind, it's all covered up and stuff like that, and I can do different things in it, I don't mind setting up a live. I don't mind setting up something like that for y'all and seeing it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I got to haul all that crap into the freaking box blind. But, hey, it's all covered up. Little bitty windows. Deer can't see in it. They don't know what the hell I'm doing in there. So we'll see how that goes. Again, thank y'all. Almost at 25,000 subscribers. I'm trying to put out better content for y'all. Trying to make it sound like I pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I think I have some of y'all convinced, but I doubt it. But follow my follow my Grumpy Dad Outdoors page. For those of y'all who've been using my code on HiFix, thank y'all very much. I'm telling y'all, 2 or 3 times a day, somebody's using this code, whether it's for the GeoPulse device, the geodnet device, WINGBITS device, WINGBITS/geodnet. Some people just replacing the antenna for geodnet. For those who are using it, thank y'all very much. It helps me, it helps my family out, it helps. I'm putting that money back into this channel, finishing the stuff I gotta do, and I thank y'all very much. Again, happy Thanksgiving to y'all who are in America, or even if you're outside America and you still celebrate it for some reason, because you came from America. can't afford to gain any more weight. I started losing a little bit of weight, and I'm gonna gain it all back. And let me tell you, I put a hurting on Thanksgiving. I put a hurt. I'm not a big sweets person. I'm not a big chips person. But you put some of that turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing and meat dressing and all that stuff like that. Then some pecan pie at the end. Oh my God, dude. I think I just gained 3 pounds thinking about it. Y'all might see me Friday on a live and I might look like this. You know, I might be too tired Thursday from all that tryptophan Thursday evening to try to do a live for y'all. But we'll see. Look, I'm having fun with this. I know I ramble on, but it's just because I'm having fun, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you're looking for hats, I've had not a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all, but I've had a few people ask about where to get hats from. You know, this one's updated, says, you know, or I have newer ones that even say Grumpy Dad YouTube channel. You know, this one has BitHarvest on the side because D Vaselino's with BitHarvest, and I've supported those guys. It's also got WINGBITS, and of course, there's only one Godfather of the Gulf. I have a Hunter Orange hat that I should be getting hopefully tomorrow for my trip this weekend. For me and my son, I'll be sporting that one. I also have the Grumpy Dad shirt with, this one's got the WINGBITS and BitHarvest logo on the side. BitHarvest, WINGBITS with Entropy, or as Grumpy calls it, Entropy. Mine is Eat First. This one has on the back Godfather of the Gulf, but y'all's won't have that. And he's even made some other ones with even some additional stuff. If y'all want it, y'all just interested in that, email D Vaselino. D Vaselino. I'll have it in the description below, or when I'm editing this, I'll see if I can remember to put it on here. D Vasilino, dvaselino@gmail.com. I don't make anything off of it. I told him as long as he's getting paid and he's getting covered, whatever he wants to charge is on him. I'm not making a dime. The channel's not making a dime off of any of this stuff. There's not that many people buying it. I've given some away during lives. I'll probably start doing that again when things start to calm down, because I even have to pay for them if I give them away in lives. So, but if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go ahead. Email them, hit them up. All right, I'm rambling on. Now I'm gonna be over an hour. So again, thank y'all for all the support with the channel. Thank y'all for everything y'all did. Thank y'all for the support on X. Thank y'all for the support on the YouTube comments. It does mean a lot to me. This is something that growing up, like when I was younger, I would have never thought I did. I'm not comfortable in front of a microphone. I can't stand listening to myself. Can't stand seeing myself on video. When I hear somebody listening to my video, I'm like, please turn it off. I can't even. So this is new, but y'all have given me some great support on the Twitters, on the YouTube comments, stuff like that, and I appreciate it. So thank y'all. You know, part of my Thanksgiving is thank y'all for everything y'all did, support this channel over the year. And we're gonna get ready and put seatbelts on, get ready for this bull market, make some good money to, you know, be financially set with our families and stuff like that. You're not gonna hear me talking about Lambos, maybe a fishing boat every now and then, but we just want to get financially set. That's how my goals. So thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the next video.